After all those rounds, we go to the judges. It's a unanimous decision. 115, 113, 116, 112, 116, 112 for. We are about to talk science very soon, but tell me who do you think is going to win, how and why? Hit that like button, subscribe now. Let's talk science. Let's enter the simulation. As they come out in that first round, it's going to be a lot of feints, a lot of reactiveness. Usyk is going to be moving around a lot, of course, and to see how Fury responds to that, and then they'll start trading jabs. They're going to look to get that inside positioning during the jab battle. But Usyk, with his superior speed and better footwork, is actually going to be getting to that inside position far easier than Usyk. And of course, he's going to be getting tagged with some jabs, particularly as he attempts to exit range or on the edge of range, because Fury's reach is going to be throwing him off. That reach is going to be throwing Usyk off a lot. That's why the jabs from Fury will be a problem, but Usyk's jab will be a problem. They'll be trading jabs. Those first rounds are competitive. It's a lot of movement and reading. Then we get to that second round. Usyk has a better feel for the range, and more of Fury's jabs are starting to miss. And Usyk is starting to slip, and eventually, as the round progresses, he begins to look for counters, and Fury is trying to now attack that body. He's trying to lean into that early because he knows he has to slow Usyk down, especially once he experienced that speed difference in the first round. So Usyk is winning the positioning battle and the footwork battle as Fury is trying to catch up with him and tag that body, laying the occasional jabs. Now, that left hook is helping to serve as a nuisance to Usyk. But towards the end of the second round, we'll start to see adjustments of maybe Usyk trying to get underneath that slappy left hook that Fury is going to be using. In the third and fourth rounds, it's going to be looking really good for Usyk. He's going to be winning these rounds, and Fury's going to have trouble keeping up with the footwork. Usyk is going to be cutting angles around Fury, and it's going to be really difficult for Fury to keep up with all that movement. And towards the latter part of that fourth round, Fury starts to catch up with Usyk by using his long arms to trap the lateral movement, probably slapping left hooks turn into scoops that, like, the arm serves as like a blockade to stop Usyk from moving to the right or the left. And then Fury, once he stops Usyk, he gets a hold of Usyk and he starts to weigh on him in the clinch. He starts to get over hooks and just bully him, basically. In the fifth round and sixth round, Fury starts to up in the pressure. He starts walking forward more. He starts trying to work the body more. He's getting tagged on the entry, just trying to walk Usyk down. He's getting caught more than the previous rounds, but he's kind of shaking it off. He went from boxing Fury to tank bully hunter Fury. He tried sniping in the earlier rounds, and it was too competitive and it was too difficult. Now he's going to try and really enforce his size and show Usyk what a real heavyweight looks like. And Usyk is still giving him a lot of trouble because the movement and the with the head and the feet and the hands is so hard for Fury to keep up with him. But Fury he's trying to cut off that lateral movement with body shots. He's trying to catch him to the body as he's exiting, and yeah, the body shots with the straight punches too. So he's hitting him in and out with the straight punches and catching him laterally with looping punches. And he actually lands a few big shots on Usyk in these rounds, because he's throwing that slappy left hook that I've talked about so much, and that slappy is going to bring Usyk into the cross or the uppercuts. And yeah, it's getting a little bit more dirty in these middle rounds, and the tides are starting to shift a little bit, but Usyk is still looking good. It's just a notable change in the structure of the fight. In rounds 7 and 8, Usyk is getting backed up more and more, but he's starting to adapt and counter better off his back foot. The problem is Fury is shaking off most of the offense. So Usyk tries to go to the body, and he's finding some success there, but Fury is getting hands on him. He's clinching, he's pulling, he's pushing, he's bullying, overhooks, leaning, and everything, all of that. Usyk is starting to slow down a little bit. His guard is starting to drop from that high position that we're used to seeing. Rounds 9 and 10, you still get Usyk. He's still, he's still hard to catch, but he's becoming easier to catch. And Fury is catching up with him, and Fury's getting on top of him more and more. And Fury is and then breaking out of the clinch and getting into the clinch. Fury is landing some little slick shots in between now and then, but when Usyk is landing his shots, he's landing more often than Fury. It's just Fury shots are more impactful. He's heavier, he's bigger, and it's more eye-catching to the judges. So these rounds are kind of interesting to see how the judges are gonna, choose between the volume of shots or the hard, clean shots. But Fury is starting to gain control of this fight as Usyk starts to slow down. Rounds 11 and 12, Fury might hurt Usyk to the body. It's because he's weighed down on him so much, he's tired him out so much. Not only does it become more difficult to avoid the shots to the body, but the shots hurt more. And Usyk will definitely show some reactions to those shots, and Fury will be doing the level change feint from the previous rounds. He'll be bringing that more. It's resetting. Usyk is throwing him off his game. And you know, Usyk, he's touching that body, and he's bullying Usyk, and yeah, all that's just adding up. It's an accumulation. And so Fury can also hurt Usyk to the chin, but if he does, it'll be off of a level change feint where he pretends like he's going to the body and comes up top. It'll be off that level change feint will be crucial, either the level change feint or the 3-2, the scooping left hook into the cross, or the uppercut, or maybe even a right hook, but a slapping left hook into the right hand. So after all those rounds, we go to the judges. It's a unanimous decision. 115-113, 116-112, 116-112 for Tyson Fury. Now that's my simulation, that's my prediction. And I've done quite the 180 on this because instinctively in the past I've said Usyk would be too much for Fury, and I think for a good portion of this fight it's going to look like that. It's going to look like Usyk is boxing circles around Fury, because I think he kind of will be. And I think we're going to see Fury get outboxed like how we've never seen before. The problem is Fury has more in his bag he can rely on if he's in trouble. If he's in trouble, he doesn't just stick to one style. He brings out that full arsenal, and I think that's what we're going to see. Fury is going to be forced to abandon that sniper position and get down to Usyk's level, and he's going to have to hunt Usyk down. And it's going to be difficult to hunt him down at first, but when Usyk starts to slow down, Fury is going to up, and he's going to turn it up on Usyk, and it's going to be a little bit too much. Usyk is a Tasmanian devil. The movement, the footwork, the speed is going to be really problematic. But as the fight continues, and as Usyk is driving that shoulder into Fury trying to make space, those legs are going to get drained. Because in the previous breakdown, I was talking about how Usyk gets out of those positions when someone's over top of him. He lowers his level, he digs that shoulder into their chest and drives out. But that takes a lot of leg power, that takes a lot of full body energy, and that's going to accumulate. He's going to slow down, he's going to be moving less, his arms are going to get heavy, and that's where it's going to get dangerous for him. It's all going to accumulate. But I must admit, and I must clarify, that if Fury cannot get a hold of Usyk, I do have Usyk winning a unanimous decision the other way, or maybe a split decision, because Fury is still a beast from the outside. I can see the craftiness and the range really making it difficult for Usyk to even win an outside fight all the way. But I do think on the outside, Usyk probably is generally going to be doing better, just because the speed and the angles is going to throw Fury off, and it'll take him a while to catch up with all of that. Fury has a deep bag, so when AJ tried to walk down and bully Usyk, he found some success. That second fight with AJ was more successful than the first, because of the body work and because of the forward pressure. Usyk wasn't as comfortable fighting in that style, and Fury is going to be comfortable taking shots from Usyk. He's going to be comfortable coming forward, he's going to be comfortable bullying, and ultimately I think he's going to choose that path eventually. He might be forced to. That's the simulation, that's my prediction. But as always, I would love to hear your opinions, because your opinions do change my mind quite often, and they make me see things different. And the more I looked at the data, the more I studied, the more my opinion changed. And that's science, right? Irregardless of who you like more, who you like less, which style you prefer more, what's more eye-catchy, or what you held on to as a belief for whatever amount of time, if the data leans in one direction, then you should lean in the same. And that's my interpretation of their fighting styles. That's my interpretation of the data. We'll see if I'm right about this, but there's a lot of variables in this prediction, and that's what makes it. This is one of my most difficult predictions, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this fight is going to be very interesting to see how Fury approaches it. We know what Usyk is going to do, but let's see how Fury approaches it. That will determine everything. All right, fight scientists, hit that subscribe button, the like button. See you Saturday.